Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here on Wlbt Plus. My name is Cara Shirley, and I am your digital news desk host, here to give you some of the latest information on some stories that are happening today, and give you an update on some stories that have happened over the past couple of days, as well as a check on your forecast, and maybe even a few national stories. I know we're going to also be speaking with Ken Kercheval, who is the scout leader, the CEO of the Boy Scouts of America. They announced today that they are changing their name, and we will be speaking with him a little later in today's show. First, though, what I'd love to do is give you a look outside. It is looking a little hazy out there. We're looking over Flowood right now, courtesy of our Sheraton camera. Maybe even a little rain off in the distance there, but I know we are expecting possibly some showers today. Definitely going to be having showers tomorrow. But Ashley will be in just a little bit with our First Alert weather team to really give you the full update on your forecast and let you know exactly what is going on. So one of the top stories that just came out actually is the DOJ has a former sheriff, former Mississippi sheriff, who has pled guilty to receiving nude photos from an inmate. Wow. So he actually made false statements to the FBI regarding his relationship with an inmate in the Noxubee County Jail. According to court documents, Terry Grassery, age 61, he's of Macon, made false statements in July of 2020. He was questioned about requesting and receiving the nude photos or videos from an inmate in the jail that he oversaw as the sheriff of Noxubee County. So he provided this inmate with additional things that she should not be receiving, contraband within the jail. He provided a cell phone, tobacco, other items. She was also made a trustee and was given a job cooking in the jail. So get this. In 2019, this former sheriff used a social media platform to request videos from the inmate, and the inmate gave him those videos via the same social media platform, and he responded in a, quote, flirtatious and complimentary manner. So during the interview with the FBI, he lied about receiving the photographs, and these statements were intended to influence the FBI's investigation. He was indicted by a federal jury in October of 2022, and one of his former deputies, Vance Phillips, has also pled guilty to using facilities in interstate commerce, namely the internet and cell phone, for the purpose of committing the offense of bribery. So he is scheduled to be sentenced on August the 7th of 2024. He faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. So the assistant U.S. attorneys, Kimberly Perdue and Dave Fulcher, are prosecuting in this case. But wow, I don't think using social media for that purpose, none of it was a good idea. Let's just put it that way. None of it was a good idea, but especially in using social media, which is very trackable. It's very trackable. So, but this former Mississippi sheriff, Noxubee County sheriff, will be getting sentenced on August the 7th, and of course we will be watching that, and we'll find out exactly how much time he will actually spend in jail, if any. Not sure yet at this time. So there was a Texas murder suspect that was actually captured here in Mississippi in Warren County. So that was according to the Vicksburg Daily News. The suspect was taken into custody this morning near Highway 27 and China Grove. Let me pull his face up here so you can see him. So Sheriff Martin Pace of the Warren County Sheriff's Department says that deputies had been looking for this suspect since last night after they found a car that was belonging to a homicide victim out of Webster, Texas. The Warren County deputies and numerous departments with the K-9 unit from the Vicksburg Police Department were out searching all morning for the suspect, and he was captured. And of course, this is a developing story, so we will bring you more information on it as the day goes on. We will keep you updated and let you know what is happening there. Then there was a house fire on Choctaw Road here in our area. Let me get to the video of this for you guys so you can see it. Fire crews responded to the house fire on Choctaw Road. It was in North Jackson this morning. We've not yet heard the cause of the fire or if anyone was inside the home, but we will of course keep you updated as we learn more information on that house fire. I apologize. So a Vicksburg police arrested a man over the weekend for drug trafficking. His name is Larry Johnson, and he was 28 years old. He was arrested at an apartment complex late Saturday night after officers responded to a shots fired call. Investigators say Johnson had cocaine and fentanyl on him. He also had an illegal Glock switch. He's now charged with trafficking cocaine, trafficking fentanyl, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. His bond was set at $80,000. We just had on our Facebook page, Alana Roberts asked if we have an update on the human leg that was found in Flowood, and we do actually have one, that we talked about it yesterday. It was found in a small lake off of Magnum Drive. Multiple agencies were out there on the scene, and more remains were discovered, more bones were discovered, and we have the information on that from Morgan Harris. We're going to turn it over to her.
Yes, that lake was once known as the old Primo's Lake. Right now, there are still more questions rather than answers about how the remains ended up in the water. This all started when a group of kids went fishing Sunday night. One of them snagged a human leg. The group then called 911. Flowood police came out, and the remains from that night were taken by the Rankin County coroner. Monday, the search for the rest of the remains began. Flowood police and the Rankin County Emergency Management Operations Unit conducted the investigation, and they indeed did find more remains in the water. This is what the scene looked like around 10:30 when both agencies were searching the water for evidence. Flowood Police Chief Eric Zetterholm says the remains were mostly bones, which leads him to believe they had been in the water for quite some time. All of the remains were taken to the state crime lab for examination. We will bring you the latest information as it comes into our newsroom on air and online at Wlbt.com. For now, I'm reporting from the Flowood Police Department. Morgan Harris, 3 on your side.
Yes, and as Morgan said, we will definitely keep you updated on the information as it comes in. I know to understand if it was more than one person, we're probably going to have to wait for the DNA results to come back in, but we will definitely keep you updated on that. Now, a trial that we've been talking about a lot here, and we've been following since it began, the first trial and the retrial, is that is of Beth Ann White. So she was found guilty on 4 counts of aggravated DUI and felony DUI, but her attorney has filed a motion to disregard those. His name is Kevin Camp. That's the attorney's name, and he is seeking a new trial. She Beth Ann White, is scheduled to be sentenced on May the 15th. And her lawyer claims that the verdict should not have been reached because the state's own expert could not determine her blood alcohol content level at the time of the crash. He also says that the state's jury required that, or jury instructions required that experts to prove the blood alcohol content level, which he says they weren't able to do. Now, Quentin Harris has been following this. Not Quentin Harris. Quentin Smith has been following this, and we're going to be speaking with him tomorrow. He was in the courtroom every day of the trial following it, and he's also got some more information. I know he is reaching out to speak to an attorney today regarding these legal matters regarding this new trial that they're seeking, and seeing if Beth Ann White's attorney actually has any ground to stand on there. So we'll be hearing from him tomorrow, and also kind of getting a behind the scenes look at the court case, court trial, and what that was like being in there. Maybe there's some information that he's able to share that he couldn't quite get into the stories to be on air on the newscast. So just make sure you're tuning in tomorrow so that we can all hear that information from Quentin. Now, the Hinds County Board of Supervisors did have a meeting yesterday. District 2 Supervisor Anthony Smith filed a motion to renovate an old military building that's located on North State Street. They wanted to renovate it as a new space for several county offices, including the Election Commission and Economic Development Agency. He says that which would help save the taxpayers thousands a month in rent. He also says that the county still owned the building, and that allowing 4 different agencies to use the space would be a great way to save taxpayer dollars. Now, District 3 Supervisor Deborah Dixon, she countered his proposal, Smith's proposal, and she had a substitute motion, said instead of directing nearly $500,000 towards the repairs for the Hinds County Courthouse, to direct $500,000 to the Hinds County Courthouse, which has been in disrepair for several months with roof leaks and mold issues. And we're going to hear from both of them now.
It was already functional enough to move other divisions in. We spoke to the election commissioner, which is paying over $7,000, almost $8,000 a month. The economic development, who's at the Capitol Towers, is paying an astronomical amount of money a month. We had an opportunity to change some things, to put more money back into Hinds County.
The military building is an empty building. What we're dedicating our money to, or delegating our money to, is the courthouse. We want to make sure that when people go to our historical courtroom, that they're not having to go past mold and mildew. They're not having water being captured in buckets. It's in bad shape.
So last year, supervisors proposed fixing up the military building, and it was used for elections a few times as a substitute precinct for the Eudora Wlbt Library. It is unclear how far those renovations got. Now we're going to move over to Madison County, because if you live over in Madison County, you can expect to see some more road improvement projects coming to your neighborhoods. Supervisors voted on a 10-year plan that would cost the county $250 million. So let me get this pulled up on a screen for you. Here you go. So County Administrator George Higginbotham says 15 of the roads are included in the plan. If you take a look at your screen here, some of the roads that we have, they're on the west side of the county. We've got Stribling Road, Catlett Road, Reunion Parkway Overpass, all of Bozeman Road, Calhoun Station Parkway, West County Line, and Wheatley Street. To the east, there's Weisenberger Road, the Old Canton and Yandle Road intersection, and widening the entirety of Yandle Road. Leaders say that the price tag would be $250 million, but it's using federal funds in addition to your tax dollars.
No doubt about it. These projects are not cheap. These projects are not something that's going to happen overnight. Y'all have seen with Reunion 2, Reunion 3, Bozeman 1, and Bozeman 2 that these things do take time. Between now and probably 2034 is when I would expect the end of the borrowing to happen, which would be, as I said, about $250 million, everything in for the roads.
Now, he did also add that all the projects may be able to be worked out at the same time, so one project isn't prioritized over another. And we were also the only station at the Madison County Board of Supervisor meeting yesterday. We got an update on the $2.7 million that the county lost through a scam. Says when the matter came up that the board went into an executive session, and they were in there for about a half an hour. And we were told that the sheriff updated supervisors on the status of the investigation. The board didn't take any action on the matter. They didn't release any details about the discussion, but we will continue to follow this developing story. Well, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to have Ashley Civic in here with us to give us an update on our forecast. So you guys stick around because we're going to have weather for you, and I've got some more stories about things that are going to affect you here in Mississippi as a Mississippian. So stick around, and we will be right back.
WLBT Morning News gets you ready for what's happening outside your door.
Taking a look at our first alert radar this morning.
WLBT Morning News is where you'll find Mississippi's most accurate forecast and how to prepare for news that will impact your day.
Breaking news overnight.
And it's happening right now in Jackson.
On your side with WLBT First Alert weather and anything you need to know for a day with no surprises. Start your day with WLBT Morning News. Weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7 and streaming on the WLBT News app.
I'm in pain.
Real people.
It should be terrifying to all of us.
It was dangerous.
Real problems.
I mean, that's unacceptable.
How can we work to change things?
Real life solutions. Investigate TV Plus.
Watch weekdays at 2:30 on WLBT. WLBT is Mississippi's most trusted station during severe weather.
And we are back. Had to take a quick little break there so that we could get Ashley mic'd up and ready to go for us. How are you doing today, Ashley?
Well, I'm doing very well. It is a little muggy and steamy outside, a little gloomy as well, and that's all thanks to that cloud cover. We've actually got a pretty active weather pattern that's going to be setting up over the next couple of days. Now, for the rest of your afternoon and into your Tuesday evening, we do have a chance for an isolated strong to severe storm. Now, this threat is very isolated, and it's a very low-end chance, but with any of the afternoon showers that do arrive, some of these could reach severe limits, and with that we'll just see gusty winds and some small hail. However, we're going to continue to keep our eye on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. I want to give you that first alert on our next weather maker that will be moving in. Marginal and slight risks in place for both days, especially on Thursday. That's when we're really expecting more widespread coverage in that storm threat for us. So for the rest of today, just looking at a chance for an isolated shower or two, and it's going to be relatively quiet overnight and for the start to your Wednesday morning commute. After that, we'll see those cloud covers clear on out for us, and we should stay relatively dry until the overnight hours. And for your Thursday morning, that's when our first round of showers and storms is going to move in for us, really staying just north in northern Mississippi, but a few of our most northern counties in the viewing area could get clipped by some of these storms. So it might be a little bit of a noisy start to your Thursday. However, we'll see that move on out, and we should get a little bit of a break from that storm activity on Thursday afternoon.
So a little bit of a break. You said we're going to have that break today, or it's not really expecting any rain today.
Yes.
So I should be good to get out and have to weed eat my yard today.
Well, for most of us, yes, but because it's like that summertime weather pattern, it's pretty safe to say that there could be some pop-up afternoon showers due to the heating of the day, but I will say most of us should stay relatively dry. So you might catch a window where you could get outdoors and maybe do some of that yard work as well.
I was hoping that you would tell me, no, Cara, it's going to downpour right over your exact area.
If only it were that exact.
I know, or that easy.
Right.
Or that easy. So we're looking ahead to the weekend. What are we looking like for Mother's Day weekend?
It's actually going to be relatively nice. Now, before then, I do want to point out, though, on Thursday morning, again, still going to see that chance for an isolated chance for some storms. We'll get a little bit of a break on Thursday afternoon, but Thursday night into Friday, that's when this next batch of storms is going to move in. Again, still going to see that chance for some gusty winds, hail, and a tornado or two can't be ruled out. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this second batch of showers, especially as we head into the end of this week, but that will quickly move on out and we'll see drier weather set up for your Friday into Friday night. And heading into this Mother's Day weekend, we're going to have some very nice cooler weather on the way.
And I'm excited about the cooler weather. I'm excited about Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
I get to go see my kids. My grandbaby is being dedicated this Sunday on Mother's Day, so it's going to be a good weekend for me.
It's going to be a great weekend to enjoy the outdoors. I know I will definitely try to do so.
For sure. So do you have a look ahead to maybe next week, what we may be looking at for next week?
Yes, so we're actually for your Mother's Day, we're looking at middle and upper 70s for our highs. So that's going to be nice. We'll get a break from the humidity. We're actually going to see that carry into next week as well. We'll see temperatures starting out in the 70s for your following Monday, and then we'll be climbing a little bit inch by inch back into the low 80s, but it's still going to be a relatively nice start to the week ahead.
Not going to complain. Not going to complain about it one bit.
Yes.
Ashley, thank you so much for coming in and join us. We're going to take another really quick break so that we can switch gears here on WLBT Plus. So stick around. We'll be right back.
WLBT Morning News gets you ready for what's happening outside your door.
Taking a look at our first alert radar this morning.
WLBT Morning News is where you'll find Mississippi's most accurate forecast and how to prepare for news that will impact your day.
Breaking news overnight.
And it's happening right now in Jackson.
On your side with WLBT First Alert Weather and anything you need to know for a day with no surprises. Start your day with WLBT Morning News. Weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7 and streaming on the WLBT News app.
And we are back. I promise it was just a quick break. We had to kind of switch gears here. I am Cara Shirley, and I am your digital news desk host here for WLBT Plus. A lot of you may be wondering what this is. You know, we're streaming on YouTube and also streaming on Facebook right now. And this is a little bit of a different type of newscast where it's one where we welcome your conversation. We want to talk to you guys. You can leave comments or questions in the chat bar there on Facebook or on YouTube. I am watching them both, and I will also continue to watch them throughout the entire day, night, as we go into tomorrow. If you're watching this a little bit later and you have a question, pop it in there. We would love to hear from you guys. But also remember, you can always watch any of our newscasts, whether it be WLBT Plus, which is a little bit different than the rest of the newscast, or our formal newscast on our website, WLBT.com. You can also watch them by downloading our app, and you can watch them all on demand anytime you want to. So go ahead, make sure you download the WLBT app. Not only will you get updates on breaking news, but you'll also get the updates when WLBT Plus goes live. And I hope you guys continue to join me for this different kind of a newscast. I like to call it the unscripted side of news. It's just me in here running everything and getting to talk to you guys, answer your questions as they come up on the chat. And I just love getting to hear from you and seeing reading more of what you guys would like to see here on at least WLBT Plus. So we have talked a lot this week about the Medicaid expansion and the way that it just failed. The proposed expansion failed. With the legislative session is officially over, and there's a lot of people that have been advocating for the Medicaid expansion, and they are sharing their reactions after the measure failing. We can see here they were outside of the courthouse having rallies about the failure of the expansion. People say they're disappointed that the expansion bill didn't make it to the finish line, but that there's also a sense of hope since versions of the expansion made it to both the House and the Senate floors this year. We're going to hear from them now.
I take issue with the fact that they chose a party rather than choosing Mississippi.
My message to them is that we never can put politics over people. And the Mississippi legislature, we are urging them to reconsider this and prioritize the health and well-being of all Mississippians.
So the Care for Mississippi, it says that they're going to reach out to different communities to widen the discussion on Medicaid expansion. They want to ensure that any questions are answered and that people understand the nuisances of the issue. And they say they're not going anywhere. If you're sitting here watching, what are your thoughts on the Medicaid expansion not making it through, like it not happening this year? I would love to hear your thoughts. You can leave it in the comments here on Facebook or on YouTube. I got them both pulled up right now. So the state's third safe haven baby box is soon going to be placed over in Covington County. So it's a special blessing ceremony that is planned for tomorrow. It's at the Covington County Hospital in Collins. The project is being funded by donations from area businesses and from Covington County Republican women. Since 2017, nationwide, 44 infants have been safely and legally surrendered in baby boxes, and is a last resort for desperate mothers who are unable to care for their children. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the baby box, if you've never heard of it before, what it is a box that is installed on a police station, a fire station, somewhere where that is a public building where there can be EMTs, paramedics, healthcare workers, or whatnot right there. And so it's not record, there's no video record, but when the door is open, an alarm is sounded and letting people know that the door has been opened. And now it's like a silent alarm to reach out to healthcare workers or the EMTs, firemen if it's at a fire station. And when the baby is placed into the box, then they're dispatched to come to the box. Once the box is closed from the outside, it locks. It will not be able to open again, and the only way the baby can be retrieved from the box is on the other side, inside of the facility, fire station, police station, hospital, wherever it is that the baby box has been placed. And it's for mothers. We hear these horrible stories that really just break your heart of babies being put in dumpsters or just left out because the mother couldn't care for the baby and felt that she had no other options. And this is an option for the mother to not get in trouble. She's safely giving up her child, putting her child in a place where within minutes, seconds even, someone can get to that child and take care of it and make sure that baby stays safe. So that's basically what the Safe Haven baby boxes are. And there's going to be one put in Collins over there, Covington County at the hospital. And I expect we're going to be seeing a lot more of these baby boxes put in place over the state of Mississippi, because it really does give these mothers a safe and legal way to surrender their child and not be shamed for it. Or it's a hard situation. It's one of the things that you just don't know how you're going to react until you're in there, until you're living that moment. So I'm glad to hear about this going over in Covington County, and if we get any more within the state of Mississippi, I am sure that we will definitely let you know about it. So earlier today, we announced that the Boy Scouts of America are going to be changing their name, and I spoke with Ken Kercheval. He is the CEO or the executive director of the Boy Scouts of Mississippi right here in Jackson. So we're going to go now to the interview that I had with Ken, talking about the name change, what they're changing their name to, and why the name change is happening. I am here with Ken Kercheval, and he is the executive director of the Boy Scouts of America here in Jackson. I don't think that's your full title, though, is it? Is it, Ken? Am I right?
No, it's Scout Executive CEO, but
Yeah.
I am the executive director, so that's fine.
So we just learned today that the Boy Scouts of America is going to be changing their name. Can you tell us what that new name is?
Yeah, it's so we'll be changing our name in next February to Scouting America, to be more inclusive, of what we are today versus our title that's been around for 100 and almost 15 years, which is Boy Scouts of America.
Now, how long has it been since the Boy Scouts have begun inviting girls to join, or females to join the Boy Scouts?
Right. So we've been doing that since just before COVID. So about 2019, we made the announcement. And so, inside our circle of membership, everybody knows that we have girls in scouting, and everybody's okay with it, and it's been quite successful. But outside our circle, our membership circle, people get confused because of the name. So we're hoping this name change will help us just be who we really are, scouting for all youth.
And so when that name change happened, and did you guys see a big influx of girls joining the Boy Scouts?
Yeah. So, so we still have our old name, Boy Scouts of America, and but it's about almost 12% of our membership now. Um, so girls are really starting to join, and they're joining in Cub Scouts, and they just like that outdoor part that we have in Scouts BSA. And the ones that are in are aggressively seeking, to reach the highest rank, which is Eagle Scout, and they fit in really, really well.
And do you anticipate there being any, I guess, rudeness or comeback on this name change? I know there was a little bit of controversy around you guys beginning to accept females into the Boy Scouts, but do you think that this name change is going to maybe help clear up that controversy?
Yeah, I think it'll help clear it up because, especially outside of our organization that, people fight change all the time. And we were all a little nervous about, well, we've not done girls before, and how do we do this? I mean, we've done girls in other programs that we serve, but not in the traditional Cub Scouts and Scout BSA troops. And I think this will just be more open to what we've realized the people outside of scouting don't know who we are. And we've got to better define that. So with ad campaign, it should help us recruit more families into scouting, which is why we did this in the first place. You know, parents are busy. They were trying to take their daughter to one place, their son to another, and now, you know, you can get scouting by coming all to one location, which is making it easier on the families and involving the whole family. And hopefully it'll help our volunteer base as well.
So for those who may not know, can you tell me, or tell us all actually, a little bit more about what exactly Boy Scouts, soon to be Scouting America, what they provide for the youth?
Yeah. So we're a character building education. We build on values and character that is in our Scout oath and law: duty to country, duty to God. And we do that through the fun in the outdoors, and give our youth a chance to build leadership skills. So it's very well rounded, amazing opportunities they have. And we sneak all that stuff in by going in the outdoors and letting them have fun with all their other youth, their friends.
And when is it the next big fundraiser that you guys have coming up?
So we did our big one in February. We have special events coming up. We have a golf tournament coming up next week. It's a smaller tournament that we do, but it's a lot of fun. You play 18 holes of golf out at Halifax on 3 holes. So it gets kind of crazy and interesting to see. And then in the fall, we do our large golf tournament and a big sporting clays tournament.
Awesome. Well, Ken, thank you so much. I know you're very busy. You're actually at a Boy Scouts meeting right now with how many hundreds of other leaders there, right?
So, well, there's about 3,000 of us from across the country.
Wow.
So where we just made the big announcement and released it to the press at the same time. So, yeah. Yes, anxious to get home.
I know that you are. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you later.
All right, Cara. Always great to talk to you.
You too. Bye-bye. And that was, again, Ken Kercheval. He is the CEO, the executive director of Boy Scouts of America. And like he said, they are going to be changing their name beginning next year to Scouting America. And that is, they feel, just a better representation of what their organization is now, because they do offer scouting for both boys and girls. So really, really like Ken. He's a good guy. I've known him for a while. He was actually from Meridian, where I was from. We did a little work there together, and so it was nice to get to talk to him today and get that information on the name change straight from someone who is right in there, or was there when it was announced. So now we're going to switch over to a couple of fun stories, some fun stuff that Wlbt is doing, and also a national story that I knew was going to happen, and I'm sure you guys knew it was going to happen too. So TikTok is suing the U.S. over attempts to force its Chinese parent to sell the social media platform. So they are owned, the Chinese company is called ByteDance, and they're suing the U.S. over the law that was just put into place, saying that they had to sell ByteDance. They had 9 months, I believe it was, to sell, with a possibility of an extension to 12 months. TikTok said as soon as that went through that they were going to be fighting this. So we knew it was coming. We were just waiting to hear when it came, and here it is. So they saying that this is it is illegal for them, the U.S. government, to force them to sell their company. So we'll keep a watch on that, see what's going on. You know, if they don't have it sold within 9 to 12 months, then TikTok could be banned in the U.S. But so we still got a while to watch crazy cat videos and different funny stuff like that on YouTube or on TikTok, and we'll watch and see what happens. I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to fall, which way it's going to go. I know there's a lot of people who are creators on TikTok. A couple of very big Mississippians that I know that have a very large TikTok following, and they were able to make a career out of it. They're able to take what they know, what they've learned, and all of this stuff, and put it into this niche market that they have on TikTok. And they have cookbooks now, and it's just a complete life changer for them. So I think a ban would really hurt a lot of U.S. content creators who have made an incredible living on TikTok and being a social media influencer. I know a lot of people don't like that term, that word, social media influencer. They feel like it's maybe silly, but it is a fact on TikTok that is what they are. So we'll watch it, and we will definitely keep you updated on what happens with that. Now, there is a post that has gone viral, and we actually have made the same post on our Facebook page. You can check it out after the live. Check it out after the live. So it is it's asking women, would they rather be alone in the woods with a bear or a man? And the funny thing is, a lot of women chose the bear. So there's 1 in 8 TikTok videos, on this topic, which was viewed nearly 17 million times. So 7 out of 8 women said they would pick the bear. When women were asked why they decided that, they responded with a variation of, unlike a man, females know what the dangers they would face with a bear. So there's some critiques of this video, and the question say it's just an excuse to shower blame on men. I am not in the man blaming game here, but I do think that it is funny that a lot of women have chose to pick the bear over the man, because bears are pretty dangerous. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the damage done by a bear, but they are pretty dangerous. I wouldn't choose the bear. And I would I would do it, but can it be my man? Can it be my husband that comes stays with me? Can I pick that guy? If I can do that, then it's not a big deal. So that was just one of a funny viral thing that is happening. You can also check out that post on our Facebook page and make your decision. Who would you rather be with, the woman or the man? Now, one thing we're doing here at WLBT, and we've talked a lot about it, is our margaritas in May, and that the voting round has started today. You can go to our website, WLBT.com, and you can check it out. You can vote for your favorite restaurant that serves margaritas. There are going to be 3 voting rounds with this. So you're going to have the first round will knock down some of the contestants, and we'll have a second round. The pool will get even smaller. Then the third round is the final round, where we will vote from those people to find out who has the best margarita in Central and Southeast Mississippi. So the winners are going to be announced on May 28th, which is also appropriately Taco Tuesday. That's going to be announced on Studio 3. Also, before the winners are announced on the 24th of May, we're going to have the finalists here in the studio on Studio 3 to do a little taste testing on the margaritas to see who does have the best margaritas in Mississippi. So it's a fun thing. It's a fun bracket vote. It helps us or helps to get these local businesses' names out there, and that's really what it's about, is promoting local businesses here in the Jackson area. It's a very fun thing that's going on. I love the idea of it. Of course, I've never turned down a margarita either, which, I don't know if that's says I'm a bad or good thing about me. Let's just leave that subject alone. How about that? We also have the senior salute happening on our website. If you have a senior that is graduating this May, you can go there and enter their name and information and upload a picture of them. And we are saluting those seniors all month long here on WLBT, not only on our website, but also during our newscast throughout the day. So if you have a senior that's graduating, make sure you go and put their info in on our website so we can salute them. Becoming a high school graduate is a major accomplishment. There's a lot of people that don't reach that, and so becoming a high school graduate is a major accomplishment, and we just want to wish these seniors well as they move on in their life. We also have the St. Jude Dream Home. Tickets are on sale still for that. It's $100 a ticket, and all the money raised goes towards St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We are giving away this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, estimated 2,400 square feet, supposed to have open concept kitchen and living area, walk-in pantry, huge bedroom, huge closet, beautiful landscaping, entertainment area outside, all of that. And just for $100. That's all it's going to cost for you to buy your ticket and to have your name in the hat to win the St. Jude Dream Home. Not only are you getting the chance to win the Dream Home, but you're also helping St. Jude Children's Hospital, which helps children all over the world. All over the United States. And it helps heal them when their families never receive a bill, get charged for anything, much like the little girl that we just showed you there on the screen. Here she is. Her name is Madeline, and Madeline battled a life-threatening illness that required a bone marrow transplant when she was a teenager. And because of St. Jude's Hospital, she was cured, and she is heading to college this fall. She also plans to become a doctor and work at St. Jude because they saved her life. So your support, your buying of a ticket for this home, not only supports kids like Madeline, but it gives other patients the chance to live that full, healthy life. And not only do they get the chance to live that full, healthy life, but you get the chance to get in on the early bird prize. Okay, so the early bird prize is you can win a year supply of gas and groceries, which is valued at $10,000. That's courtesy of Dream Day Foundation. But the key for that one is you got to purchase your ticket by May 10th. You have 2 days, 10 hours, and 11 minutes to get in there and get your ticket purchased before the time runs out for the early bird prize. But even if you don't get the early bird prize, even if you don't win the home, I know I'm like a record on repeat here. I've said it all week. Everybody is a winner in this situation because even just buying the ticket and helping fund St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, it makes everybody a winner in this situation. So go buy your ticket, and I would love to be there to see who wins the house. I may even be there. The house is located in Flowood, and all of the winners will be announced on August the 22nd right here on WLBT. Before we end the show today, I thought I wanted to end it on a very, very happy upbeat note and a great story. So this little kid, this little guy right here, he's 11-year-old Eli Morgan, and he lives in Las Vegas, and he passes out meals to those in need in downtown Las Vegas. Now, Eli said he remembered the first time he felt the urge to help someone in need. He said when he was 7 years old that he came back from a movie and he saw a person holding a sign asking for anything that helps. And he said he gave them a pack of little red vines, and they were so happy. They were like, God bless you. And he said it felt really good to be able to help them out. So since then, he's continued his mission of giving back. On Sundays, he packed 100 sandwich meals and distributed them to people who were experiencing homelessness in downtown Las Vegas. And he says he hopes to be able to do this every month with the help of some donations. Now, the reason why I love this and I love sharing the story is because I know that there are people just like this, just like Eli, here in the Jackson area. We've got good people surrounding us in all of our counties, all of our viewing area. I firmly believe that at our core, that most people are good. Not to sound like Luke Bryan or anything like that, but I do believe at their core that most people are good and have good intentions. And if you are one of those people, or you know someone who does good, who gives back, and you want them to be noticed or recognized, you want us to tell the world about them, well, you are more than welcome and very encouraged, actually, to get in touch with us here at WLBT. Now, up on the screen, you'll see my email address. It's cara.shirley@WLBT.com. You can also follow me on Facebook. You can leave a comment here on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page. You can email news@WLBT.com. There's so many ways to get in touch with us. But let us know about the good people that are in your life, in your area, that they deserve some acknowledgement, and maybe they're not getting it, because we would love to share their stories as well. Well, guys, that is the end of the show today. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I hope that you have a wonderful day. It is Tuesday. Time just like smushes together for me, it seems like. But I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Right here at WLBT.com. So make sure you tune in. And I'm watching the comments on these posts all day, all night, and tomorrow. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you can go ahead and leave them there. Love for you to be kind, but you say what you want, because it's it's freedom of speech, I guess. You guys have a great day. I will see you later. Bye.